Welcome back to Championship Sunday.
Hello and welcome.
Reba hits a deadly low reverse, defended by Wu, who's going to swing with her right hand.
Wow.
A soft touch from Plett. That's a double. Oh my gosh, that may be the best rally we've seen.
This is just sportsmanship.
Can't look at him, I'm going to cry.
You know, sensei to student relationship.
Nice up from Rahul, and Nickel sets him, and it's a good pull. Epperson with a set. We've an area lefty on two! So, might throw you back over to the field momentarily, just checking up on the players.
Yeah, it looks like everybody is rearing to go.
Yeah, you can see just at the edge of frame, Matthew Cole is just doing a low squat. Just keeping the spike balls in his hand warm to play some high-level rounded here. And it's going to be Ryan Gross serving first to Max Nadal. The matchup last time it was Gabe serving to Robbie. So different server serving first, different serve receiver. Nice to know those dynamics are slightly different between teams. They want the same guy serving and receiving respectively.
Ryan swings away, and Max just that clips the top of his fingers and pops up. This is already not the start that Modell and Finocchi were looking for. They cannot allow Ryan Gross to go on a run here. Their mental likely already slightly depleted from that last game. They need to reset and not allow these serves to get in their head.
Absolutely. It's not sure what they're discussing on the field about maybe timing or whether the serve was high, but they have a clean slate here, a new game to 21. And I guess they had to redo that first point because this will now be their second serve for Gross.
Oh, Ryan Gross with the lefty. Finocchi, despite making a running effort at it, cannot get that ball up to his partner.
It's got to be an overplayed joke, but just the amount of times I appreciate whoever named Ryan's last name Gross for the serving he can pull off in this game is so appreciated. Does not go unnoticed. So whoever named Ryan and gave him his last name in particular, good job.
Shout out Ryan's parents.
Yeah, good job, parents. Well named. One of the grosser serves of the day there.
Can he go again? He'll go for the drop. Modell recovers it beautifully. He'll go right into the body of Robbie, though, who then gets one on.
Yeah, not enough time for Modell to really set anything up, so he's just stuck on an island there, setting up with his body because the set's already coming back in, and he has to just hope and pray that Robbie makes a hitting, not error per se, but just a miscue, and he hits the ball into him.
Modell will choose not to play this as Finocchi was a little bit far afield to get back to the net and make a clean hit in time, so they'll give Ryan Gross the ball to go again, and he will hit the rim, double fault. That was probably one of the nuttiest serves we have seen all day, Ben. And speaking of, we have got to talk about the official nut sponsor here at Spike Ball, Hampton Farms.
You
good
bet.
vibes, good friends, good snacks, and a bunch of good nuts. I know I'm looking at a bag of nuts you've got in front of you. Hampton Farms providing us with a little bit of nourishment here on the desk.
Yeah, I'm snacking a couple of peanuts, salted peanuts, during the breaks, during my state-mandated half-hour lunch breaks that I get from Spikeball and the Spikeball Tour Series, working, of course, a full 8-hour day. But, yeah, jokes aside, Hampton Farms, delicious snacks.
Nuts.
Delicious,
the official nut.
Yeah, delicious official nut.
Not a lot of Tour Series out there. Not a lot of events have official nut sponsors. Happy to say that Spikeball is one of them.
Yeah.
Back to the action in front of us here. It is Kandula, who doesn't swing away, instead drops it straight to Finocchi. He hits it into Robbie's body, though, so he'll have another chance at it. Another defensive touch. Modell with a lefty, and he gets it done.
What an impressive feat there. A really confusing first hit from Kandula. What a weird choice there, just tapping on that. But he gets the touch, he trusts his defense, and then isn't able to convert the next time, with Modell just taking care of business and avoiding the hit zone and any traffic jams with Gross as he jumps across the net.
Well, Modell now another chance to serve. Still a 1-point deficit, but looking to change that with a lefty cut that goes up and over Ryan Gross. Called just a bit too high, over the shoulder. He'll go again.
Yep.
Another lefty, this time a drop, hoping to play defense. Doesn't work as it's pulled away. Modell could not get there.
Ball back in the dangerous hands of Ryan Gross. Picking up more or less where his teammate Ravi left off last game.
Was that clean?
Wow.
Oh, my goodness.
That was absurd. That ball might have hit the net and then just went down from there.
He'll go again, this time just swinging hard. Finocchi will answer that with a hard swing of his own, but good upper body defense from Ryan Gross, who goes up, gets the ball. Ravi with the set and Gross with the put away.
Such a good touch. Gross gets way too high, using that length and that frame to get that first touch and making sure for Kandula that set is playable and gives Gross the option to put the ball away.
That is a ruthless drop. Modell floored despite the knee pads. Couldn't get there in time.
And it's all of a sudden an 8-3 deficit. Gross with 3 serving breaks in a row to start game 2. Well, now 5 serving breaks on the game. Put them up.
There's a left. That has a lot of spin, but Finocchi cannot reach it. Obviously a little bit too high.
Yeah. Or excuse me, I think 6 serving breaks actually by Ryan Gross.
That is insane.
Having started the game 0-0, gets 3, and then gets the ball at 5-3 and gets 3 more. 6 serving breaks in a game would be great for a game, or 6 serving breaks in 2 games would be great. And Ryan's done it in 11 points, now 12, but trust me, he got them in the first 11.
Well, I was about to say, I know it's early, but it is time for Finocchi to answer, and he does that with a beautiful righty cut, putting that one just out of arm's length there from Ryan Gross. He gets a hand on it, but cannot pop the ball up. Finocchi goes again, swings away with his right, not connecting.
Yeah, that conservation of greatness for Ryan Gross. Gets some aces and also gives some aces back to the field.
Oh, Modell has a shot at this. Ravi hits it right to him. Finocchi with the set. Modell with the left. Ravi with a body attempt. Doesn't work.
Yeah, such a good first touch from Modell there, tracking down the ball and getting it all the way back to net here. Look, he sets his feet under the ball, and it looks like they're in system, just receiving a normal serve. Finocchi is setting the ball from inside the no-hit zone. So comfortable, so clean for that break.
Well, Finocchi's turned it on. Can he keep with it? There's a great reverse. Ravi with a reset. Finocchi gets a hand on it. Modell makes a move. Crowd may be in the way.
Just a bit. Might have had a chance for a play and maybe looking for a redo. We'll see if they call for something. Looks like he's satisfied. The ball is not quite within reach. So we're going to rotate 9-6 now.
But that's exactly
Kandula Gross.
what Finocchi and Modell needed to do. They got a couple of back. They've got to hold, and they've got to allow for a couple more points to come their way. Modell has a shot at this. Ravi, a diving body. Gross makes a move, the perfect set, but oh no!
Just hits rim, I think.
Rim from Kandula, you see that expression on his face. He knew he had the play on it. Everyone knew he had the play on it.
First touch here on the replay is astounding. Gross back to the net, money on the set. Might have dropped a dime somewhere in the middle of that play.
Within 2 now, Modell swings away with his right. Kandula receives. Gross makes it happen. This is gettable for Modell. He puts it up. Finocchi's got to take his time here. Good high set. Modell cannot get there.
Yeah, you notice here, Modell's getting that first touch is not getting a lot of vertical movement, and so it forces Finocchi to have to not only place the set centered, but also get a lot of height on it so you can get the ball back to net. Really tricky to do both of those things at once and keep it really playable for Modell. So it's important on those first touches, if you can, get a little bit more height for that set so that your teammate doesn't have to put the ball so high for you to run back to net. Those small inches here and there. As we see Modell now flashing his Hilltop Spikes jersey. We haven't had the chance to talk too much about it, but of course his teammate and brother Cole Modell ended last year with an ACL tear, unfortunately, and is out for the year. So that's and then we talked about the happy news for Travis Core having a child and why Gabe is no longer playing with Travis Core. But for Max, a little bit more of a sad story to bring these two together, representing his whole team Hilltop Spikes with that nice white jersey.
Tank top as well. The sun is not out, but the guns are out regardless. The sun is maybe peeking out behind the clouds just as he reveals the guns. So yeah, good timing there. Kandula sets now. Gross with a swipe at it. He gets the job done, but Modell chases it down. Now hits the left. That one called rim, unfortunately.
Yeah, just not able to get his feet set and find the ball over the net. It's really tricky when you're running back to net. You usually have 2 kinds of hits when you're running back to net. You've either got the ball going across your body and you hit the ball back where you came from, or you have more of a volleyball spike where the ball is somewhere between you and the net and you just hit it straight on. But that was somewhere between and it kind of jammed him on the set. So a little bit trickier to get that break opportunity and succeed.
Well, a clean 1-2-3 put away. Nothing fancy there for Finocchi and Modell. They are still within 2. This is not out of reach yet. They've clawed it back thanks to some great serving from Finocchi. This time it is Ryan Gross who gets a bit cheeky with it, hits it on 2, but our observer Dan Abrams in the back signaling a no-hit zone violation, meaning Ryan Gross stepped on or in that white line 1.5 feet outside the rim of that net. Giving the point to Finocchi and Modell, well, he's got the ball back in his hands. A weapon when he gets the chance. Ryan Gross swipes a backhand at this one, though, and puts it away over his head.
Yeah, some important redemption there for Gross, getting the clean put away and not letting one error become 2.
But one break is enough to get Finocchi and Modell closer in this one. Ryan Gross does have the ball, though. Terrifying, but Modell receives it well. And there goes the backhand over Ryan Gross. Kandula tried to body, but couldn't get there. And now we're back to 1 point.
Some really good power on that, despite it being a little bit off balance from Modell, too. Not really where he usually is hitting those backhands low and hard, getting some height on it, and it still gets by Gross in time.
Oh, that's a ruthless pull. Modell gets there with a diving effort, but the ball just did not leave his hand enough. Catching that a little bit, carrying that a little bit with his hand, and the ball just did not get enough height for Finocchi to make a move on it.
Yeah, just shy. You see him trying to get the ball up, and it, as you said, just gets a little bit stuck in his hand as it's trying to roll off.
Does feel like a little momentum shift, though, doesn't it? I mean, we're seeing Finocchi heat up. We're seeing Robbie missing some serves. Ryan Gross not getting as many breaks.
Yeah, a moment or two ago, we were talking about how Gross had opened up with a ton of breaks early, about, I think, was it 6 or so, to put them up 8-3 early. And now we're looking at a 1-point game, 12-13 here. Much different story. The spark is very much alive for Finocchi and Modell.
And now they are just within 1. It is Max Modell, tank top, you can see him, serving from the right, serving to Ryan Gross, who receives this one, stepping back and calling it high. A chance to tie this. Modell with a good serve, Ryan with a chance at it, and he finds the gap between the defenders, sending that ball to the sideline.
Yeah, a little bit softer of a set there from Kandula, a little bit lower, but fortunately it was in the gap for Gross's left hand for an easy put away. Didn't look like he got the strongest contact there. Might be a little bit of fatigue, which I would not blame him for, given he's won too many games today for me to count.
Ryan Gross catching the rim on his second serve.
But a scary proposition, like you said. Each serve that Kandula and Gross are taking, just one serve or break closer to putting this series and this tournament away.
But Finocchi, I mean, he is in this power position. He wants to be here. He is within 1 with the game, well, in his control. But as I say that, Kandula takes the pull. Good old-fashioned hit it a mile high and away from your opponents, and it works without much problem at all.
Yeah, a little surprising. We talked about how Finocchi and Kandula are training partners in New Jersey, and Modell also not a stranger to them in New Jersey. But a nice soft touch here from Gross. Wow.
Finocchi's there. Modell with the set. He rips it away. Finocchi with a good put away. Ravi gets the defensive touch, but not up enough.
Yeah, interestingly, though, for Finocchi and Modell, not getting as many of those defensive touches or rotating as cleanly as you'd expect. We talked about the pulls game 1, the OB pull for Ravi Kandula being an important thing and pretty much his bread and butter. So not covering those is an interesting, maybe strategic decision or miscue on the rotation for the defense. Good right.
A fantastic serve there from Max Modell. It wasn't all that good. It was still Ryan Gross who had a chance at it, but just couldn't get his hand in the right place. And with that, not only do Modell and Finocchi tie it up, but they should be in a position now where they can take the lead.
Yeah,
Modell swipes away with his left and can't get it done.
Just showing something different there. It's not the fastest serve. It's not the most cut serve. It's not the most of a movement-heavy serve, but just being in that different spot for Gross. He hasn't received the serve in that exact spot, and so he can't find it cleanly.
So after all that, looks like Ryan Gross and Ravi Kandula still up by 1. Ryan Gross serving from the right. Finocchi back to receive. Righty cut. Finocchi receives it well. Modell with a poor set, but Finocchi with diving over the net. You can see Max Modell is saying, hey, thanks, partner.
Thanks
you
for
saved
picking
me on that one.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Having a teammate who's as athletic, we talked about him being the Neon Ninja, a very just quick and athletic, explosive athlete like Finocchi on your team. He can bail out a lot of things. He can forgive quite a few miscues.
Oh, well, that time the miscue was on Ravi Kandula. It was his set that was off the net, set Ryan Gross up for an awkward hit on 3, and he was unable to put that ball away, giving Finocchi the defensive touch and giving Finocchi and Modell the point.
Like we said, the momentum we felt is in shifting and having to capitalize on getting the spot and making that play in this big moment. Absolutely critical. Oh, a touch on the pole.
He gets it. Max Modell gets it done. You see the excitement, but, man, that's a point.
Yeah,
that replay. Moments
ago we said they're not covering the pole, and here they adjust, and Max slides into that pole and gets a clean touch, and great set for the put away from Finocchi.
I mean, a great serve to start, but it was really that touch from Max right there on that pole. Looked like it almost hit his face even. Just getting any part of his body on that ball, preventing it from going over his head.
And all of a sudden,
it was 8-3. Can you believe it? It was 8-3. And still, Finocchi and Modell have bridged that gap and are now up by 2, hoping to make that a little bit more. But Ryan Gross says, no more. We need this back. We want to win in 2.
Yeah, what is that? A 15-8 run to make it 18-16 at the time. Now 17-18. But, yeah, just a game of runs, getting hot, getting your serves and defense down to pressure their opponents. And Max Modell puts it away, looking really comfortable there, keeping them up to that critical margin you need for victory. Of course, a game to 21 here in the finals.
Calls nothing there, but a great body from Finocchi. The set from Max is not there, but again, it is a diving effort. Unfortunately, no hit zone call on Finocchi after he saves another poor set from Modell. Diving effort, and honestly, he deserved to have that, but unfortunately, landing in the no-hit zone. Take it away.
Yeah, still a treat to watch that playback there. But unfortunate that Modell, taking that set with his offhand righty, gets a little bit too far outside of the ball, can't get it all the way across the net, and he ends up just putting it in an ungettable spot.
Ruthless drop. Talk about ungettable. That is Ryan Gross. He's done that twice this game, and both times it has worked to perfection. Dropping Finocchi, no chance at that ball. We're all tied up.
Yeah, moments ago, would have had that break if not for that set or that miscue, just getting that foot in the no-hit zone would have put them in game point position. All of a sudden, it's a tie game again.
Ryan Gross now attempts the reverse. Couldn't get it done. It is game point, however. It is Gross and Kandula to receive. Theoretically, they should tie this up, but Finocchi with 800 different fakes. Make sure Kandula has to work for it.
Yeah, working on his FPSs is that where does not want to go into extra points if he can help it. Oh my goodness!
He gets the break on the point to win the game.
That was ridiculously
good.
They'll
discuss it, but they call it clean.
Yeah. Just that's a textbook cut serve. It's low, it's moving fast, it's going wide, and it's
so low, too.
So understandable that Kandula's having a hard time receiving that. Just crazy first touch.
That's game 2.
Gonna take a breath,
collect
ourselves. Yeah.
Wow. What a game. We still have one more to go, and I cannot believe it.
I'm so excited. If there's one thing I root for in round net, it's almost always game 3. I love game 3. It's
overtime.
Got to be the best thing in round net. Yeah.
Defensive touches, rallies. We all want to see that, and we will get to see more of that in just a moment. We are going to take a quick break before game 3 starts. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back to conclude this final.